Hi, ma'am. Good morning. Sorry for you. Good evening. Hope I am audible. Hello, ma'am. Hope I am audible. Hello. Could you please confirm if I am audible to you? Hello. Hello, Preet, ma'am. Am I audible? Hello, Preet, ma'am.
Hello.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Okay.
Sorry. My screen was not connecting from home. How are you?
Yeah. I'm good. I'm good. So, like, if you are attending evening, as you told, we have to take a permission from support team ki we are
Okay.
cancelling the 5:30 batch. So in that way, they'll allocate me a new batch, or if any other batch is also going on, like you can connect. But the time one person is there and they are saying ki I want to attend other batch, automatically this batch will got cancelled. So you
Oh,
are able to manage the evening batch because that is definitely good. If you are attending with multiple people, multiple views, and done by that's great only. And
mhm.
as you told, you can do workout or your practical classes this time. So in that way, you can utilize both.
Okay. Let's only Suman, like we can try for next week because next week what I have done is from 11:30 till 11:30 till 1 o'clock. I have booked myself in the session, so I will because I'm at work at that time.
Yeah, yeah,
But let's say for some reason I for the following week, if in case I couldn't. But I do like the evening session because it's kind of a nice because then I can just focus. Because during the day sometimes there is interruptions, work, people
yeah,
messaging and stuff. Um,
yeah.
so what is your preference? Like if this time works, I'm totally fine with it. It's just because I thought today I had already attended one session. Do I need to re-attend today?
Okay, so ma'am, so definitely that's your call.
Okay.
But yeah, when evening we are taking the class, mandatory it will go because multiple participants are there, and it's a slot like morning 8:30 our IST time, and evening 8:30 we have classes only. So in that any time you can join. But if this batch, if you are saying ki, I can manage, I don't want this time means we have to cancel the batch because one person, if he's saying no means I have to commit some other place. So in that
Okay.
way, they'll allocate. But make sure if you're taking evening batch and that is your work time, you have to give at least 1 hour perfectly for that class also. Otherwise, after 2 3 months, suppose you are missing something, again you have to depend on recording. Okay, yeah, recordings are there, you can manage, but live interaction will be like doubt clearance, your view, and all will be there. So recording, I'll take it as an alternative option in high emergency. Okay, so don't take it in an option. It will be like just a backup, like revise the things, or sometime you want to recall some specific class, then you can prefer a recording that already they are
So,
uploading in YouTube.
so, so, Manju, you know what I'm thinking then? Because I'm just trying to be mindful because if I'm spending time, I don't want to be distracted too. I want to be focused and studying. So then we'll just continue our 5:30 a.m. one
Yeah,
because I think then there's no distraction for me. Like I'm home, I'm quiet. There's work sometimes you get interrupted. So I'll if so let's not change. So I'm gonna take my words back. Let's not do the evening session. Let's continue this
okay,
5:30 one just so that it's consistent. So I won't change that. I think I'll just adjust everything else.
okay, sure, sure. So
Yes, let's not
eh,
cancel. Yeah, because I
let me
think
show my screen. Okay, and no worries at all, I am here to help you from end to end. Wherever you have a difficulty, complications, the time you're applying for exam, okay, I can support you in every manner. So no worries at all. Okay,
thank you.
just you have to spend 1 hour. That's it. So rest all leave on us. We'll take care. Yeah. So, ma'am, if you see, your syllabus, maybe I have discussed already once. So,
Mm-hmm.
unit one, 20 marks. Okay. So, in that already we are talking about like intro and all. Okay. General guidelines to be followed by yoga practitioner, three guna. Okay. Antakarana Chatursya, Tri Sarira, Panchakosa. Okay, these all are coming.
I
Next,
can't see
major
your
schools.
screen.
So I think Bhakti Yoga and
Mm-hmm.
Karma Yoga already we have done.
Yes, we did. I can't see your screen,
You cannot see
Sumanji.
my screen.
No, no, I can't. Let me.
You want me to share again?
Yes, it's like it's keep on
Okay, let
revolving.
me share
It's.
again. Maybe. Okay, why it is not visible to you?
Hmm.
Okay, now can you see syllabus?
No, I
Hello,
can't. One second.
not at all.
Sorry, I can't. Not at all.
What happened
I'm gonna
suddenly?
try to something.
Participant can now
Something
see
is
your
not.
screen. So why it is not coming?
Recorded. Recorded. Like, let me just. Let me. Let me.
No, some disturbance is
Yes,
there
I just
from
reconnected
your end.
again. Um,
For me, it's a stable internet. Can you?
yeah,
Yeah, you can
yeah, I
reconnect again.
reconnected it again, but I can't. I see it shows you're seeing, but I don't see. I see the black screen. I don't see anything. Hmm.
Can see. Oh, it is. Let me share again. What is the issue? Okay. For me, it is showing I'm sharing screen. Why it is not coming to you? I'm wondering. You cannot see at all a screen now.
Black screen.
I'm sharing the syllabus.
Okay, now I can see. Now it shows.
For
Yes.
me, here it is saying participant can now see your screen.
Now I can see. Yes. Now I can see. It
Okay.
shows now. It
So
just took time.
maybe some challenges. Uh, Okay. Okay. So some internet
Okay.
glitch maybe from your side. From my side, it's a stable internet, no issues at all.
Mhm.
Okay. So as I told, so some uh, some first chapter, I think, yeah, Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga already we have completed.
Yes.
Patanjali Yoga Sutras we are covering. Hatha Yoga we spoke little bit. Gyan Yoga we have to speak. Okay. So this Sukshma Vyayama, Stula Vyayama, Surya Namaskar, out of that, we have done the Surya Namaskara. Then
Mm-hmm.
intro to yoga asanas. Okay, their health benefits and all definitely will slowly introduce to that. Okay, and intro to pranayama dhyana. So little bit but yeah, definitely will go little bit depth on that. So it is like theory come practical. Like in the theory session, we have to little bit show the practicals so that you can do like how we have done for Surya Namaskara. Next,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
And
Patanjali
Sumanji, when
Yoga
I
Sutra 1 to 12, then study of
one.
Bhagavad Gita, okay,
Mhm.
and a little bit meaning memorization of that. Introduction and study to Hatha Yoga Pradipika, then general introduction to um, Prasantrai, okay, Prasthana Trai. So that already yesterday we have covered,
Yes.
right? Next, concept of Ahara diet in Hatha Yoga Pradipika, Yukta we have to cover. Next, Sattvic, Rajesh, Tamas, in that way, some discussion already happened, but no worries. We'll again talk. Concept of mental well-being according to Patanjali Yoga. Definitely we'll go for that. Bahiranga, Antaranga, it's covered for you. Bahiranga, Antaranga. So all
Yes.
the eight limbs. The
Yes.
concept of healthy living in Bhagavad Gita. So that definitely will go. Next, importance of subjective experience in daily yoga life. So that we have to do. Human anatomies. Okay, that definitely will do. And the third unit again 20 marks. So total 60 marks you have to have here. So yoga for personality development, respiratory and metabolic disorder. Okay, introduction to first aid and cardio. Okay, CPR. yoga management for stress and its consequences, yoga towards health and success. So definitely we'll cover this all. So no worry at all. Okay. So in that way, you're good with three chapters means by next one and a half technical classes it will be covered. And also I'll also in my classes I'll try to cover these things in 1 or 2 sessions where you'll come to know how the flow of the class is going on. Okay, how to take a complete class. Okay, in that way you have to learn. And this all asanas, slowly you have to start writing in a record. What is Tadasana? What is the benefit? A peak of Tadasana. Okay, contraindications, indication, benefit. When you started writing this all, by next 10 to 15 days, you'll be comfortable. What is exactly the asana? And slowly you can implement in the practice also. Okay. Next.
Yes, I just
Yeah.
started making some notes. I did Gayatri Mantra today before I met, logged in. I went through the Gayatri Mantra description as well. So Anji, I have a few questions. Like, for example, you know how we have this curriculum we follow. Today I got the access to the portal as well. You know that where the
Mm.
videos and stuff is, but there is no reading material or anything there.
Okay. So you want some specific material?
I was just thinking again, remember how these units are like first is intro to yoga or yoga practices. I think it will be nice if there is something there, just so that because when I'm making my notes, I have your
Okay.
notes, which is so helpful.
Mhm.
Which is that's what I'm referring to and reading to. I love like yeah. It I don't I
But
thought they should
I think you have already L2 guide. So you have to just follow the L2 guide, which is the
okay. And that's the okay. So I think this weekend what I want to do is because we have covered again quite a lot of things. So I want to write down my notes. I want to go over the topics, the one we have covered again myself, and then maybe prepare questions if I have, like, oh, you know what, I'm not can be. I'll start working on that.
hello. Riji, am I audible clearly?
Yes, perfect.
Okay. So what I'm telling is when when you are seeing these aspects, slowly it will cover. Don't worry about the portal and all. That is anyway backend. They are working and they'll structureize. But whatever I'm telling in the class, just go
Mhm.
through that. Whatever I'm giving the hint, like I'm sharing a 1 page or 2 page documents every day.
Yes,
So go through that, focus on the MCQs, Google it, try to write in a record where all asanas, all the classes you can neatly you can list in a notebook, in a spiral notebook, a binded notebook, so that that will help for the what I can say
I got the
your
book.
great. Yeah, that's what. So when you started writing that, okay, by end of 1.5 month, you have all the concepts. And when you are going for again next course, YWI course and above, so this record you can refer for yourself. When you are putting pics for asana and all, anytime you can refer when you are going for a community training and all, and you can revise that for exam also. And yeah, portal and video and all, definitely it's helpful for revising. So you can do that also. Okay, so now we'll take one topic because already it's late. Okay,
Yes,
and already we have almost spent the time. So let me take one topic at least so that you can have little bit idea on that key, like what we have to uh, think in terms of like how I can do, how I can go and all. Okay, so okay, let me know if you can see my screen, uh, because I can see I have stopped the screen sharing due to some. our discussions, but again, I want to share. Let me know
Now
if
I
you
can
can
see
see.
it. Yes.
Yes. Okay. So we'll speak something about how you are planning the class, teachings class. So we'll say it as class structuring. Class structuring is like officially when you will be yoga teacher, you are taking 1 hour. You have to plan a class properly. You have to organize which all things I'll teach in next 1 hour. Okay. You have to also look into the audience, your students or who are yoga practitioners who came to learn their safety, effectiveness, their health issues and all. But definitely you have to look into this topic first. Okay. So let me see if I have some MCQs. I'll go through that quickly. Okay, it's like planning a class, how you are taking the class, how you are planning in a proper way, and that one. It's not more like yoga philosophy, it's more like teaching skill. Okay. So, first question, if you can see, the first step in planning a yoga class is
Understanding the student needs.
yeah. So definitely it's a option B where you have to understand what is the age group, what is the gender, what is their medical complications, what is their expectation, and they belong to which kind of background. Some people may be working class, some are homemakers, some are working women, some are students. So we have to understand their needs. We have to see which asanas we can propose them, where we can stop them. If a person is a BP patient, blood pressure is high, blood pressure is low, one person is diabetic, some people, especially women, have thyroid issues more after 40s. So which all asanas I can recommend, what is their understand, what is their comfortability. And when they're joining newly, we have to take care and we have to motivate them as a yoga teacher. And that is what the first one. Next. Good teacher, just wait. So giving the disturbance. Next is like a good teacher first assess students' level, health, and goals for structuring the class. So definitely, when you are getting a batch, you have to understand the student need. If you can tell lot of jargons, they'll get confused. So you have to use very simple words. You have to slowly introduce them multiple activities where they'll start enjoying, and you have to involve them to the class. And that is what the first question. Next, well structured yoga class should be begin with.
Warm up practices.
Yes, because persons will come from different routine from this that. So at that time, when they are coming from, you can say offices, they are coming from some homework and all. It's always a good practice to start Sukshma Vyayama or warm up. Why warm up is mandatory is when you are doing warm up practices, the body joint mobility will start happening, and in that way, it will be very helpful for others. Okay, next. So it prepares the body and stretches will help prevents injury. So in that way, it's recommended.
Mhm.
The ideal sequence of a yoga class is
1 second. Warm up, asanas, pranayamas, and relaxation.
very
B.
true. Yes. So it's like you have to after mantra ucharana, like when so you are taking some breathing and breathe out and all. So definitely after that, small asanas. After asanas, little bit relaxation in savasana. Then coming to breathing exercise, that is pranayama. And at the last, after the pranayama, a meditation or relaxation completion. And then you'll do a closure prayer. What we do, Santi
Shanti prayer.
part, and we'll close the thing. So in that way, yeah, this will be ensure safe and effective progression. People will relax. Like initially they came with a like stubborn body, stiff body. When you are doing warm up, you are opening up their joints. Then
I also like when you start the class with prayer. Like I also started doing.
stretches and minimal asanas because immediately you cannot put a heavy asanas. and after that they'll go for pranayama because breathing is related to mental stuff, and then we'll go for relaxation. Okay, next. Which teaching method is most effective in yoga?
Demonstration and practice.
Yes. So when you are taking a practical session and all, okay, practice will be there, and you have to give first the demonstration how to do, and then you have to guide them also. Key here you have to take precaution. These are the indications, that the contraindications. In that way, you have to go. So yoga is a practical demonstration that enhances learning. Next, the role of a yoga teacher is to,
Guide and facilitate learning.
yes. So you have to guide what are the preconditions, where you can avoid, where you can stop. If some person is very new, they are uneasy, you have to guide them and facilitate them. Like, okay, if you cannot sit at a ground, okay, sit on chair and do, because some people have knee injuries. Okay, some people have some medical conditions. So we have to understand their need. Individual differences in students should be,
Respected and accommodated.
yes. So individual differences, okay, that need to be respected,
Now,
because suppose you and me are part of a class. We our both conditions are not same. Maybe I
mhm.
am something good at, maybe you are something good at. You have some medical conditions, I have some medical conditions. Some other my fellow colleague has some other issues. So we have to respect individual differences and we have to accommodate, because everyone cannot be with the same opinion. Okay, next. Which skill is most important for a yoga teacher?
Observation.
Yeah, observation. We have to look into the person, observation of the whole class, where people need help, where they need guidance, and simple, clear instructions, little bit moderate sound so that everyone can hear instructions in a classroom or in a studio, in a community, so that all will do easily. And you have to observe also, they are performing correctly or not, they are involving the class or not, they need some help, they need guidance, that all definitely helps. Next. Feedback in yoga teaching should be
Constructive.
constructive. So when we are giving the feedback, someone is not doing properly or something, slowly we can say them, you're doing wonderful, okay, you're doing good, but yeah, you can improve in these areas little bit. Here you can take prevention, here you can take a yoga brick as a support, pillow you can put near the ankles for initial some days, because after that they'll feel comfortable and they'll show interest in the class. So it should be a constructive feedback, and slowly with a positive mindset we have to bring them to up to the mark. And yeah, constructive feedback improves learning and confidence. Next,
Which is essential.
which is essential before starting class?
Safety check.
Safety check, because safety is very important. Suppose a person is saying, I have a knee injury. Okay, some like previous some medical history on knee. So they cannot see in Vajrasana. So you have to check them. No worries. Sir, you are senior, you have some medical condition, sit on a chair and do. Some person is saying, I have no injury, but I'm getting a lot of pain when I'm sitting in Vajrasana near ankle. So ask them, use a yoga brick. Ask them, use a yoga pillow, because that will help. Some person is saying, I'm not able to do Go Mukha Asana. I cannot stretch. So ask them to use the prop belt. Yoga belt is a prop with which slowly they can improve, and they can pull and they can touch backside, because shoulder stiffness will be there. So they have to do shoulder mobilities, and slowly it will happen, not in a one day. So we have to encourage and we have to give constructive feedback. Ensure safety to avoid injuries. So all safety will do. For example, I'm doing Ustrasana. So it is definitely a complete spine twist. So initially for people will recommend them, don't do on air, directly take support of wall. With wall support, slowly you do. Even our instructor as a teacher will also go nearby them and will ask them to stretch. Next, demonstration should be
Clear and slow.
clear and slow, because so many people are new to this field. So it should be very clear. If any medium steps involved, one by one we have to explain, we have to give a clear and slow demo, and then we have to observe they are doing the correct or not. Clear demonstration helps proper understanding. A teacher should correct student
Gently, respectfully.
gently and respectively. We have to like respect. We have to see their personal space, and slowly we have to help them. So in that way, it should be very gentle. Okay? So respectful correction builds trust. They'll trust you in next classes. Okay? Next, time management in class is
Very important.
very important because see, for example, now if I cannot finish your session by next 20 minutes, some new people they have to wait for 10-15 minutes. So it's okay if you are going slow, simple, we are covering what for the session plan, and something is pending, we can cover in next session. But we have to again take care of the time management, and we have to schedule the class such a way that all will do pranayamas, all do asanas, all do warm-ups, all do little bit Surya Namaskar, little bit pranayama, little bit relaxation, savasana, mantra, ucharana. Everything should be involved in 1 hour. So you can say all flavors will serve in one plate. Okay.
Mhm.
So in that way, we have to do. Which part of class ensures recovery? So savasana or relaxation posture, right? So C,
Yes. See, relaxation. Yes.
yeah, body and mind recovery is much required. Voice of a teacher should be
Soft. No, no, there's no other options. Soft
no,
and
no,
clear.
I'm going uh,
Okay.
now
Clear and audible, yeah.
clear and audible, because when you are taking a class, it should be clearly audible to them so that all your instructions, especially the thing where precautions need to be taken, so it should be clear and audible. They should understand. Okay. Which is important for a class discipline?
Respect.
Respect. So we have to give respect. We have to take care of their personal and positive disciplines, constructive feedbacks. A good yoga teacher should have
Patience.
patience, because see, sometimes I have to listen to you because we don't know your situation, how you spend whole day, or whatever struggling you have in health, or maybe today you are not feeling well, and so we have to keep patience, and we have to slowly convey them the thing because it's a new field. Patience is essential for teaching diverse learners. Class should end with,
Meditation and relaxation.
yeah, because when the class will end with meditation and relaxation, little bit like whatever they have done the asanas and all. Now we have to relax their muscles. So in that way, meditation will relax mind, and savasana and all will relax the body. So in that way, it has very important benefits that they shouldn't demotivate from the class. Demonstration is followed by,
Student practice.
yeah. So when we are giving the demonstration, student also need to practice, and this is definitely helpful. Safety in yoga classes depends on,
Awareness and guidance.
yeah. So awareness
Be
or,
aware, yeah.
yeah, attention, and also guidance. So safety is also one of the bigger thing because learning slow is okay, taking slowly okay, but the time they are demotivated, they are getting a lot of pains, there is some injuries, so they lose interest in the class, and they'll miss out from the wonderful path of yoga. Next, a good class structure ensures
Effective learning.
effective learning. Yes. Now we'll go to the topic. So this is like how you are planning a class, how you are taking the class, how you have to like student management skills.
Mhm.
So definitely we have to take care everything because the people who will join to yoga, they are not necessarily all are school or college age student. So they may be aged, they are middle aged, they are different age groups. So we have to consider them edge like all edge friendly, respectful, motivating, okay, so that they can involve to these things. So class structuring means planning and organizing a yoga class properly so that it is safe, it's effective, it meets the need of participants. So someone has some needs, so that should be met through your yoga class. So that is very important.
I have
Next,
to
it
say
improves.
your classes are really good. I have to like I'm really enjoying. I think I've learned a lot. I find I don't again. I think what I'm seeing in here, I think everything is in your class. Like you take care of everybody. Um, yeah, you involve everyone. Very respectfully, very mindfully. So I think you've been a great example, and I'm lucky that I'm your student.
Yeah, this feedback definitely matters a lot. Okay, so so maybe this also you can take and implement in your life, in your classes when you are taking. Because see, people have to uh, like they are coming from a lot of stress from Vyavaharika Loka, means work life. They have some all pains. When they are coming 1 hour for their self, that definitely should be a motivated one, and they should feel respectful, they should feel accommodated, they should feel easy, and somewhere you have to help them out because initial 3 4 months it will little bit challenge. The time they started practicing, the time they started teaching and all, automatically they'll follow and they'll come up to a level. So in that way, initially you have to take care of that. Yeah. Next. So objective of yoga class. Yeah, definitely. A person is giving 1 hour, he's driving to your class, he's spending a time in his personal space and he's going. So his physical health definitely need to be improved. Mentally, he should be calm, which is ultimate goal in the Patanjali Yoga Sutra. Discipline and awareness. Yeah, definitely. A person who is doing this will be disciplined in daily routine, seasonal routine. He'll look into Vata, Pitta, Kapha. Okay, accordingly, he'll take care his health. Okay, he has to stick to early dinners. Then he has to go for walks. Okay, sometime he has to do mantra chanting in daily life. So slowly, he has to bring that discipline and awareness in his day-to-day life and keeping patience, well behaved, talk to people in a constructive manner. So that all need to be part of your daily day to day life. Next, balance of body, mind, and breath. Yeah. So mindfulness need to be increased. Okay. So it's not only in yoga. Now you have started walking, so mindfully you're walking. The time you're eating, you'll not distracted by phone or TV and all. Just you'll be eat it mindfully, and that also with a gratitude with the God that wow, you have given me wonderful food today. So many people are looking for that, but I got that. So in that way, you have to give that gratitude. So in that way, when you are in the spiritual practices, these good things you are involved into life, okay, definitely it's a balance to body, mind, breath, and your spiritually well-being also. Physically, mentally well-being, along with that spiritual well-being. So definitely it will help. Now, how we can take a class? Suppose a 45 minutes to 60 minutes max you are taking a class because people cannot take more than that initially when they are coming to a physical session. So greeting students, talking to them, start with Om chanting, some mantras, setting intention or sankalpaki. Okay, next 1 hour I'll put my focus. So giving that positive vibes when we are starting the class. Okay. Next, warm up or loosening. Okay, little bit Sukshma Vyayama, joint movements, gentle stretches. Definitely, it prepares the body, and even for higher exercises, it will prevent injuries. Okay, and people will mentally prepare. Wow, this area opened. Okay, neck has opened. Eyes are little bit movement. Okay, I have done some spondylitis pain. I have done hip rotations. I have done knee rotations, ankle rotations, little bit up and down, little bit stretches. So this all will Sukshma Vyayama or what we can say warm ups. Okay. So Sukshma Vyayama, if you are feeling very difficult, it is nothing but warm ups. Okay. So warm ups, as you told initially, so that is mandatory. Okay. And in questions, why they'll ask these all things because they want to check key if you are going to advance asana directly in the starting of class. So definitely you're violating the principle of safety. Okay, first you have to give them a joint movement. Their body should prepare for the next stage. So that is one of the 5 to 10 minutes you have to give. 5 minutes minimum. Next asana practice. We have to involve all the four categories. 15 to 20 minutes, 25 minutes. It's okay. And initially you can give very simple asanas, not like very heavy asanas, because their body start preparing for next 1 month. After 1 month, you can like when they are comfortable, at least 21 days. After that, slowly you can involve little bit more stretches, more things. So we have to encourage them. We have to give them constructive feedback, and we have to motivate them as a friendly manner. Okay, no worries, you can do. Today you are not able to do. Take support of wall. Take support of prop. Take support of a yoga brick, yoga belt. So like that, slowly these four asanas we have to involve. So you can introduce three asanas, not much. So initially, suppose two to eight asanas, more than enough. Eight asanas, if they are taking with a break, okay, 16, 17 minutes or 20 minutes is more than enough. Okay, then make sure they should go from a simple to complex. Directly complex asana will create a problem. So at least 4 5 days, give very simple asanas. Once they are comfortable, their body is stretching a little bit. They are not getting more pain in other time after than classes, because we have to take that feedback also. Like, oh, how you are feeling whole day after my class. So next class they'll say, sir, I'm getting pain here. I'm getting shoulder pain and all. So in that case, slowly we have to bring them the balance thing. So left thing, right thing, proper breath alignment, that all we have to give them. We have to, who are facing like aged people, they'll feel little bit body ache and all for some days. So you have to at least give them 5 minutes for savasana, 2 to 3 minutes for young students. So in that way, they'll get something relaxed and they'll go to the home. Next, pranayama. After savasana and all, mental health also very much required. So at least 4 or 5 pranayams we have to involve. So I'll give a one complete session to you where you can see how we have to do the class structuring officially. I'll take your everything, I'll merge and I'll give one class. Next, deep breathing, anuloma viloma, and even Brahmari pranayama. Okay, Omkara chanting, it is called Udgita pranayama. Silent will called pranava or meditation. Pranava is other name of Iswara or God. So this breathing, basic breathing, we can start slowly so that their mind will calm, they'll feel positive, their lung capacity increases means automatically body capacity will involve. Next, this is one of the important thing I'll tell in, especially in initial days. People are, we don't know people's body and their complications. We don't know what is going inside of the body. Even I don't know about myself. So every time after asana, I have to go for a savasana or yoga nidra. So in that way, people will get relaxed. Their tension, whatever in the joints and all happened, that all will release and they'll go with the energy restored. So when energy is restored, they're feeling comfortable. They'll come next class and they'll motivated with that. And as you do, see, every class, if you observe, we'll start with Om chanting some mantras. Then we are doing some closing prayer, and that will definitely help. So Shanti Pata and all, if you are doing Shanti Pat or like peace mantras, that all with this gratitude, with this wonderful knowledge, with our thing, we are praying God that make everyone happy, make everyone good health, all should enjoy the life, all should be in the path of dharma, help each other. We didn't, we no need to hate each other. We'll work as a team. We'll belongingness. So in that way, it will be very easy for us. So what all things we have to keep overall, if you'll do a like just to close up, closing the session, warm up, asana, pranayama, relaxation, gradual progression in asanas, e.g., moderate, advanced. Even in pranayama also, in day one we no need to do very heavy things. Slowly start with anuloma viloma, little bit brahmari, yogic breathing like long breathe in, breathe out, and slowly we can bring to other thing. Next, balance, forward bending, backward bending, right, left. So all we have to do, because if you are only doing forward bending and not the backward bending, so balance will not happen, because prana need to flow both sides. So we have to take care both balancing and yeah, we have to take care. Safety, this is contraindication. Someone is coming with a specific age, health conditions, some surgery histories in last 6 months and all. So we have to ask them to avoid all strain. They can slowly involve to the sessions, and also they have to take their physician opinion that am I healed properly, am I good to go. So that opinion also recommended. Then will slowly introduce to them, and with the feedback we'll introduce. Feedback is breathing awareness, synchronize movement with breath. Okay, so we'll synchronize with breath. Consideration, okay, different age groups will be there. So we have to take care all health conditions, BP, diabetic, some people have thyroid issues, any knee conditions, okay, anything, back, lower back, sciatica pains. That all health conditions we have to take. Level beginner, intermediate. So beginner we have to take care more. Intermediate already they used to little bit class, but yeah, we can observe them also. Time available. So we have to see the available time also that we can do in a clear way. And role of a yoga instructor, yoga teacher, people will trust you. So clear instructions, demonstrate clearly, constructive feedback, observation, guidance. Okay,
Mhm.
give proper observe students and correct their mistake in a constructive way and maintain discipline in the class. What mistakes generally teachers will do? Yoga teachers skipping warm up. Even if time is shortage, you have to give little bit 2 3 minutes, 5 minutes warm up because if body is not prepared, it's tough. Overloading to beginners. Anything we are giving in the beginning, a very high asanas and all, they lose interest. So we'll never overload them. Slowly we have to start. It will take 1 week, 2 weeks to prepare body, 3 weeks. No worries, but we'll never overload them. Ignoring contraindications. Contraindication is very important because health wise, it is recommended. Someone is coming with a heavy stomach, like just had food and all. If they'll do the asanas, it will
Mhm.
not give them the proper result. So we have to give that clear instruction in well advance. No relaxation attend. Definitely relaxation is required. Otherwise, if they'll go out of class and they're feeling uneasy, it will disturb their day, and also they'll not get motivated and they'll not come again. So what is the structured class? Safe, effective, balanced. Prayer, warm up, asana, next pranayama, again savasana or relaxation, little bit meditation, samapana is like closure, and then we'll close it Santipat. Okay. So write sequence clearly, mention time distribution, add principles of safety progression. Okay. So that all we have to take care. Sequence of yoga practice. The yoga session should follow a systematic order. Okay. So opening prayer, warm up or Sukshma Vyayama. This is very key important thing. Opening prayer, warm up or Sukshma Vyayama, asanas. Every section you can take one, two, and left, right, bending forward. That all balance also you have to maintain. Okay. Then relaxation or savasana so that they'll restore energy. Then pranayama because mental health also required. Little bit meditation where they'll relax and mind will get stable. Then closing prayer and then we'll close the session. Any doubt, ma'am?
It's good. Perfect.
Perfect. Yes. Yeah. So